Across the Shonen catalog, there are a lot of heroes to choose from.
But one of the newest one released, no, two are quite as good as putting demonic forces than these two.
Denji of Chainsaw Man versus Yuji of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm Aqua and he's Dormano.
Let's see who would win in the realm of gods.
The world of Chainsaw Man is not one for the faint of heart. We got monsters, devils, chainsaws, only the scariest things imaginable.
But here in this world, there's a guy named Denji. No last name. Denji was a pretty normal dude who just wanted to touch some boobs and come across this adorable little munchkin named Pochita.
But Pochita is more than meets the eye, as he's not only a good doggy, but also the chainsaw devil.
Denji was forced to inherit his father's debts and be a part of the Yakuza. Didn't we just use Yakuza? Like, we just used Kiryu.
But this wouldn't exactly work out great for him, as he then died. Rip. But this wouldn't be the end of our little scrumplo. Denji would come back with the help of Pochita and become the Chainsaw Man.
Now, being a chainsaw wizard does come with some perks, like having chainsaws on your arms and head with polar wire, resisting progressive powers, regenerating from just his own heart, and even better to fight as long as he has blood.
Denji also has the fun ability to eat people and erase them from existence. One could say he had a bit of the munchie.
He's killed several people, Aqua. It's not funny to joke about that. That's more twisted and messed up. Do not talk to me again.
What if we talk about Makima?
Okay, you got me, I'm sold.
As Denji grew in power, he's not the only one who took notice. A whole group of devil hunters saw his prowess and wanted him to join, especially that of his definitely not groomer, Makima.
The devil hunters are a group of superpowered people that end any demons who are seeking the end of the world.
It's here that Denji would meet the two people closest to him that aren't Makima, Aki and Power.
Oh my god, Power, hi! How you doing?
The way the devil hunters operate is that they are legal hunters of any demonic forces, paid based on how powerful said force is. Some demons get over 400,000 yen.
That's like £2, right?
Yeah, something like that. But the best group of these devil hunters would be led by Makima, the eldest and most powerful devil hunter known. Someone who saw power within Denji and wanted to know it more intimately.
And Makima is one of the most powerful demon hunters, having accumulated millions of souls over her years of battle and facing off against some of the strongest demons ever, like the Gun Devil.
The Gun Devil can create massive craters, leave several buildings in ruin, and can travel between countries within minutes.
Considering that the Gun Devil did this while also needing time to kill over 1 million people, they can get pretty high results up to Mach 508, nearly 5,000 times faster than the fastest land animal, the cheetah.
Denji himself also proves his power, sending devils flying through skyscrapers and being an equal to several powerful devils across the series, such as the Typhoon Devil who created this town-level storm, and the aforementioned Gun Devil, whose kinetic energy would equate to city levels of power.
Denji overall is just quite the powerhouse, with the help of the Pucha becoming this awesome looking form when they combined.
And it was in this form that Denji eventually had to face off against the one he loved, Makima herself.
Sucks that you have to kill people when you just want to touch some boobs. I totally understand, Chainsaw Man.
That's so true, Dormanos. After a long and hard battle, Denji killed and ate Makima, becoming the strongest devil out there.
So watch out for any evil demons out there, for there is one man that will absolutely wreck your shit, and his name is Chainsaw Man.
Thought you were full of it when you said you wasted kindness on me. But you are nice, cause when I fight a dude, it's nuts or nothing!
Yuji Itadori was a pretty average guy, all things considered. Just a regular kid living with his grandpa and part of his school clubs, mainly the occult one.
That is until he had to head to the hospital to visit his dying grandfather who told him about cursed objects, which came in handy when a man named Megano came to visit.
Megumi had come for a cursed object that the occult club would be unsealing tonight, so they rushed over to the school in order to avoid danger, ending with the demon being released. One of the most powerful, in fact, Sukuna.
Yuji ate the cursed object, which just so happened to be a finger that then released Sukuna from within Yuji, granted him incredible powers and a boost beyond anything seen before the power of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Which gained the attention of the epic Gojo, who would give Yuji an offer after beating his ass, to join him as one of the 3 Tokyo Jujutsu High students. which he of course agreed to.
After absolutely munching down that finger, it gave Yuji quite a few abilities to choose from, such as using cursed energy, which is fueled by negative emotions to be outputted as Jujutsu powers, along with this sick-ass blade.
Yuji can double his damage with magic enhancements, apply cursed energy in the span of less than a millisecond and create a distortion in space, interact with and damage souls, regenerate from attacks, and use domain expansion. So awesome.
The ability basically creates a domain with cursed energy and buffs the user to ensure their cursed techniques will always hit the target in their way. The only real counters are to block the attack of just attacks, try to escape, or expand an even stronger domain to overtake the other.
Yuji became pretty skilled and proficient in using these powers, quickly after gaining a dude inside of him. That came out wrong.
Sukuna really is a big deal for Yuji. As while he may be the big and end-all force of the series, he's also what actively powers Yuji's big powers and attacks, making them quite a deadly pair.
All of these powers made Yuji a force to be reckoned with to any cursed creatures in his path, especially with the power he's backing up. Yuji is capable of fighting off spirits able to charge Megami against a wall, create craters in concrete, knock people through multiple floors of a building. It can even create building-sized explosions.
But if you want some big book stuff, we can look at Ryu leveling streets, Tamari creating a bunch of trees, and Jogo creating a potentially town-destroying meteor.
This strength made Yuji quite a notable student in the academy, especially in the eyes of top tiers like Gojo, and this would be the first time he'd be noted by others for his power like his fellow students Nobara and Aoi. But also villains such as Mahito, who got to face off against Yuji himself, who just absolutely fucked him up.
If Yuji can give this guy the hands, I'm pretty sure he's gotta be fast.
Well, you wouldn't exactly be wrong. Yuji can keep up with his fellow students, teachers, and villains who are capable of easily catching bullets, which Yuji himself can also dodge. His Black Flash can even activate within a microsecond, meaning it would be switching on at around Mach 284.
That's about 42 times faster than the fastest recorded jet in the world. And that's just how fast it takes Yuji to even turn on his powers. Imagine how fast he would be going mid-fight against each other, especially with the likes of Gojo and Sukuna.
What is he, some kind of demon slayer? Lamau, got him!
Bit of a loose imitation of what's being said there, but sure.
Come on, that joke barely came out in one piece.
Oh,
Eventually, Yuji had to grapple with the fact that he has a weird-ass demon lord inside of him, and battling off the evil spirit that is Mahito, which Yuji actually ended up beating with the help of his friend Aoi, and proper motivation after his friend dying in front of him. Kinda, sorta, I don't know, it's a bit confusing.
What we do know, however, is that Yuji is one tough kid and curse killer, and while his story may not be over, we know that he will never give up until the evil is slain and the day is won, thanks to the power of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Alright, friend. You good to go? Yeah!
It's time for these new-gen manga figureheads to clash. Who will win, the Chainsaw Man or Sukuna's vessel?
If what Gojo told me is true, apparently there's a spirit in this.
I'll gut you like a fish!
You must be the spirit I was informed about. I'm gonna need you to come with me.
Something's off about this guy.
We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way.
You want me? Then come get me!
Now that's gonna leave a mark.
Something about your blood. It's different.
You ready to call it quits?
I'm just getting started!
Huh?
It's nuts or nothing, asshole! Now that's over with.
You don't understand the power you're messing with.
And who are you supposed to be?
You sorcerers are a pain. Domain expansion. Malevolent shrine. Whoa, that was one hell of a fight. Get it? Because, like, demons and stuff. I'm, like, so funny.
You're something, alright. But yeah, our winner today is Denji.
This fight was definitely a close one, to say the least. Denji only having a slight edge in speed of about 1.7 times, which made both hacks options equally viable.
However, when we look at pure strength, it's hard to ignore the gap. With Yuji's town levels of power against Denji's city levels of power, not a massive difference, but one big enough to turn the tide in Denji's favour.
Which, to put into numbers of both best feats of the asteroid and the Gun Devil, would be a difference of around 500 kilotons and 100 megatons.
Large town and large city levels of power to be more exact.
It also comes down to that Denji's hacks is a lot more effective in combat, especially with his existence erasure. Denji would also just resort to a brute force mentality faster than Yuji would like, putting Yuji on the back foot while Denji is having the time of his life.
While Yuji was one powerful force, he couldn't compare with Denji's brutal power, slight speed edge, and eating hacks. They'll let our Chainsaw Man take the victory.